Doctor, we've got a flat line.
401 seconds. Here you go. Clear.
Now forget it, Pete. She's gone.
Not yet, she isn't. Come on, lady, give me some help. Just a little. I don't like her color. What's the EKG monitor?
She's in a sinus attack.
I want 4 units, warm blood with a line.
Come home, Miriam.
We want you here.
Don't be afraid, Miriam.
We understand you. Miriam, remember us? We love you. Come to me.
I've got life signs.
Come to me, child.
I've got a cartoid pulse.
Fear not.
Come on, lady. Come on back. You can do it.
She's back in NSR.
Just keep her there.
It was beautiful. Why'd you bring me back? It was beautiful.
Bagger.
I was dead, but it was beautiful. It was lovely. I was dead, but I was filled with happiness. I was so clean.
Please, try not to talk. We're trying to help you.
Let me go, Doc. I'm not afraid. I want to go back to him. Please.
Hit her again. Clear. She's slipping away. I'm losing her.
Bicarbon lidocaine.
Come on, lady. Come on, Mick.
Pete, you can't save them all.
Why not, Harry? I had her back. She just didn't want to live. She was dead, Harry. She was. Did you hear what you said about being dead? You did, didn't you?
Come on, Pete, let's get some coffee.
Hey, don't jive me around today, man. That must be enough. Mr. Fuller, sir. I just lost one of my girls.
Tell me, what does a cheap pimp feel at a time like this?
Players, Mr. Detective. We gentlemen of the profession prefer to be called players. Not so crude, you see.
You turn a girl into a piece of human garbage and then you make jokes about her.
Miriam, she knew the game was tricky.
Somebody cut her last night, Fleabite.
A customer, Fuller. Some juiced up, spaced out John.
John. These accidents smell of professional muscle. You may be next, pal.
Me, Detective Fuller. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I give
Something is coming down, Fleabite. Now, I can help you. I may be the very best friend you've ever had. Now, who's leaning on you?
Nobody's leaning but you, Mr. Man. You making noisy sounds, but you ain't got no act. Hey, Mr. Man, I don't know nothing.
I think after 10 years as a doctor, I'd have gotten used to death. But I haven't. Susan, you're a resident thanatologist.
What happened in there?
The problem, Pete, is although thanatology is a rapidly growing field, it's far too new to give us all the answers we need. But it is the beginning of a scientific approach to the needs of the dying.
But you don't really believe that woman went to paradise and then came back?
Yes, I do.
I need something more than that, Susan. I need something I can experience with my senses, something I can feel and touch.
Why, Pete? I would think the experience you had today would be enough. I'm surprised. I mean, every day you deal firsthand with life and death. And this is actually your first LAD encounter?
LAD, Pete, that's life after death, according to Miss Susan.
Thanks.
Maybe I've been spending too much time saving lives, rather than thinking about what may or may not happen afterwards.
Pete, that girl was a hooker. She had more tracks on her arm than the Union Pacific. And she reeked of cheap booze. Do I have to tell you about hallucinations? Come on.
Electricity was once hallucinations, just like the atom.
I don't know. I'm still shook up about what happened with that girl. I think I'll sleep on it. Hey, Pete, don't forget we got some skiing to do tomorrow. Want to go along?
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't, Pete. Hey, please, don't be afraid to learn anything new. And don't let Harry hear the happy atheist talk you out of anything.
Must feel like a genuine downhill racer now that you're off the bunny slopes. How does it feel to be in the big time?
Harry, you may be a hair faster than me, but I got you in style and technique.
Look, I don't want to hear it.
So that's it, huh? Nothing more?
Don't be maudlin, George. We've had some fun, but now it is over. Finito. Finished.
I can't let it end like this, Lane. I won't. I love you. And you love me.
Oh, do I?
You've told me enough times you have.
Well, haven't you ever been lied to before, George? You know, this is a very dull and boring conversation, and so are you. So why don't you just go back to your wife? Just go. Leave me alone.
After you.
Well, thank you. But do you fellows happen to know what's the best run?
Well, the Devil's Run here is the hairiest. However, the ski patrol advises against it because of the cornices. Danger.
Oh. Well, then it's Devil's Run for me. Woo! See you guys down there.
Uh-huh. Gutsy lady.
Foolish, headstrong.
Show you the way now, old son. We're going to take the Eagle's Crest run. Now remember, try to keep up and stay vertical.
Make tracks, not talk.
Good advice.
Okay, everybody, out of the way. Out of the way. I'm a doctor. You send for the ski patrol. Right.
You all right?
I'm not getting a pulse, Pete.
You know what you're doing?
We're doctors. Just shut up and stand back out of the way.
Okay, let's start the CPR. 1001, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2.
Well, can't you help her?
3,
Just stand back. We're doing everything we can.
5, 1. You getting anything, Pete?
Come on, lady.
I think it's too late, Pete. I think she's dead.
No.
I'm sorry. She might be dead. All right. All right. Keep at it then.
I've got her, Harry. I've got a pulse.
Somebody get the medevac helicopter.
It's on its way.
I'm in hell.
We are losing her.
She's gone again.
Don't stop.
Now, easy now.
No. Don't stop.
Easy, easy. Now, just relax.
When you stop taking me back, please.
Relax.
Don't.
Just relax. Now, we're just checking for injuries now.
I don't believe you.
Just relax. Get the respirator. All right, now there's a possible fracture here, so keep her immobile till you can examine her.
Right.
Easy. Is she gonna be all right? I think so, but it was close. I don't understand. He said she was dead.
There were a few times there when I couldn't find any pulse. There were no life signs.
Suddenly it's gotten very cold up here. Let's get down. I'm buying.
Helicopter will take her down to community hospital in town. Thanks.
He was clinically dead.
Hey, come on. The modern techniques of resuscitation, half the people who find themselves clinically dead today can be saved. You know that better than I do.
What is Harry? This terrifying experience she had while in that state. Susan, this woman said she'd been in hell.
Had the hell scared out of her is more like it. I mean, if you had a couple, thank you. If you had a couple of 100 tons of snow fall on you, you would be doing some screeching. I know I would.
Lane Westcott died and went to hell.
What? Did you really believe that? Now, Pete, I am telling you, this is completely ridiculous.
I don't know what's ridiculous and what isn't. Lane Westcott's no doper. And she hadn't had a drop to drink.
My whole life is working with people who are dying. There's nothing ridiculous with life after death. It's a fact, Harry. And the evidence is stacking up higher and higher every day.
Well, I'm from Missouri, darling, and you're just going to have to show me.
That's exactly what I had in mind.
Dr. Hively. Dr. Hively. Call station 2.
I'm about to show you a tape I made last week of a public television broadcast. They're doing a series on parapsychology. The particular incident I'm about to show you comes to us from the Indian government files.
Other parapsychological cases concerning various aspects of soul transference are reported from around the world every year. This one took place in Basali, India, and is well documented.
You are my cousin Karam. My name was Parmanan in my previous life.
The boy's father was embarrassed, but nevertheless tried to explain the strange stories his son had been telling him.
But I did have a cousin named Parmenand. He died in 1943 of an intestinal illness after eating barred milk.
Later, the boy correctly identified the dead man's family, pointing out his mother, wife, his daughter, and son.
I don't know.
Let's just say, for the purpose of discussion, that I believe that idea about reincarnation, which, by the way, I don't. Why couldn't the whole thing be as simple as the transfer of a very powerful electrical force, like a tape recorder? Over here, you've got someone dying. They're producing a great deal of mental energy, while over here, you have a child being born. And the child's mind picks up this electrical imprint. And he grows up, and he can reproduce the entire experience anytime he wants to, just as you can replay that tape. What do you think? Pete?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
But I shall return to fight again. Excuse me. See you, Pete.
Goodbye, Harry. Whew.
What's happening to me all of a sudden?
I specialize in bringing people back from the brink of death. I'm good at it. I never questioned whether it was right or wrong before.
Pete, you're a good doctor, but there's one thing missing inside of you. Something you gotta feel with your heart. Faith.
I'm fine. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Came as soon as I could. Are you okay? Is that comfortable?
Yes, it's fine, surprisingly so. They even said I'll be hobbling around here in no time.
Oh.
Look at this. Thanks.
Are you on tranquilizers or something? I mean, I didn't expect to find you so calm.
I bet you didn't. No, I'm not on any tranquilizers.
I know you didn't mean what you said on the slopes. I love you, and I know you love me.
Oh, George. I don't love you. Don't feel so bad. I don't love anybody else either. George, I've been a taker in my life. Just using people. Especially lonely, middle-aged men.
I'm not going to listen to that. We have something beautiful together, and we still do.
George, you don't understand something. I don't know exactly what it was, but something happened to me on that mountain. Something that was so terrifying.
Of course it was terrifying. You were buried alive.
No, not that. That I understand. There was something else that I can't put into words, but it was so frightening to me.
I don't know what you're trying to tell me.
I died on that mountain, George.
Lane, you came very close, but you didn't die.
No, I died on that mountain. Now, I know it just as surely as I know I've been given a second chance.
We've been given a second chance.
George, I can't go back to being what I was, even if I wanted to. Not for you, not for anybody. I think you gotta go back to your wife and your family.
We'll talk about this later when you get out of here, when you're feeling more like yourself.
It's not gonna change, George. I'm different. I don't know exactly how. I just know that I don't want to be a taker in my life, and I don't want to take from you.
You never felt anything. Not once.
Well, I do right now. But before, no. Never. I'm sorry.
Dr. Krivchek, call the operator.
Hey, bro, what's happening? Two dudes in a blue car down the street. Been asking a lot of questions. That ain't the man, Levi. Be cool. Later on, brother.
There he goes.
Stay with me. Oh, man.
Oh, sweet mama, hold the door open just one more time. Hey, man. Mr. Man, hey, come on, be cool now, okay? I mean, like, we can lay it with some rats. Can you dig it, man? I mean, no jive, brother. Let's talk. You and me, like businessmen. What kind of bread you getting for messing me up? Well, whatever they gonna pay you, it ain't enough, man. Can you dig it? It ain't enough, man. You wanna see some money? Here, man. Here, take it. I mean, this is for you. This is for you. Take it. Go on, man. Come on. I want you to take it. Hey, come on, man. There's more. I mean, hunks and chunks more. You're gonna be rich, man. You're gonna be rich. Hey, come on, man. Please take it. Man, please take it, man.
Dr. Lowry, Dr. Lowry. Call 3 West. Dr. Lowry, Dr. Lowry. Call 3 West.
Thank you, Beth. Good morning, Herbie. Mrs. Harper, isn't it? Welcome to Community Hospital.
It's Miss Harper, or Ms. And, what kind of a doctor are you?
I'm not an MD. I'm a psychologist. But I'm here to help you in any way I can, anytime you need me.
Well, there's been a mistake. See, I know my doctor's made a very big mistake.
If you'd like to consult another doctor, I can arrange that for you.
You know, I know what they're going to say. They all say the same thing, and they're wrong. I don't have this,
The word is cancer, Miss Harper.
malignancy. It sounds so unclean.
It doesn't have to be that way. Dr. Jacobs already explained the treatment he prescribed.
I'm sorry, I can't read your name. What is your name?
Susan Kirk. Is there anyone you want me to call? Anyone you'd like to see?
No, never married. I really don't have anybody, Miss Kirk. A few office friends, Mrs. Harris. Oh, but please now, don't tell her or anybody that I'm here.
If that's the way you want it.
Susan?
Yes.
I don't understand. I never really had a chance to live, and now...
We're going to help you make this time as comfortable and as meaningful as we can.
Meaningful. Meaningful. First, you want me to believe that I'm dying, and then you would have me think that that's some sort of proud accomplishment? I don't want your professional sympathy nor your whimpering hypocrisy. Push me to my room.
Mr. Nitz, call the operator.
What's that all about?
Terminal cancer patient. She's in the hurt and angry stage.
Sometimes I think your job's harder than mine. How do you prepare people to die, to accept it?
Code 3, emergency room, Dr. Ferrari, stat.
That's my code name for big trouble.
Good luck.
Excuse me.
Bye-bye.
Code 3, emergency room, Dr. Ferrari,
Yeah.
stat.
I guess that's me. There you go. You might want to give that to another doctor.
Okay. Patient has an entry wound in the left anterior chest.
Tell me about it.
We've got an airway. BP is 70. I don't get a low-end reading.
Hanging unit of blood, normal saline. 2 liters wide open. What do you have for vital signs?
Nothing now.
Are you going to open him up, doctor?
Yes.
I'm losing pressure.
Thoracotomy, trace stat.
Nothing. No pulse, no respiration.
We'll go in with a left anterolateral thoracotomy.
Is that a full arrest?
Knife. Clamp. Sponge.
Hey. I said, what's happening?
You caught it right on the heart.
Hey, that's me. My whole personal self. But it ain't.
Second suction started.
Hey! I'm up here, looking down on all you cats. Hey, what's the matter with everybody and everything? Boy, what's happening to this poor child? Where am I?
Rib retractors.
Lord, I'm thinking to nowhere. Lord, where am I going? Where am I going? I'm falling.
And I'm starting heart massage now. Come on, turkey, you're not getting away from me now. Come on. Back.
I've got pressure.
You've got respiration.
Check his pulse. Do you have a pulse?
Affirmative. BP is 70/40.
Yes, it's all ears.
He's stabilizing.
Okay, let's close him up.
Clamp.
Hey, Harry.
Yeah?
Before you roll him out of here, let's get his business card.
I've already got it.
How's your backgammon game, Herbie?
And Miss Kirk, there's absolutely nothing wrong with my playing backgammon, just so long as I don't do it on the hospital's time.
From what I've heard, you're pretty good.
Good. Think I could afford these trinkets on what they pay orderlies here?
How would you like to get in a couple of games on hospital time?
Now, Miss Kirk, I doubt that you can handle a character as cunning and devious as myself.
Now that remains to be seen. Hi, Jenny. How did it go in the treatment room?
I don't know why I waste my time. I mean, the way they treat you down there, Susan, it's...
You're right. We're all a bunch of clumsy, unthinking, unfeeling clods.
I didn't say that, Susan. Some of the people around here are very nice. Really, I don't want to complain. I haven't the right, and I am grateful, really.
Herbie is our resident backgammon hustler. I told him you were a pretty good player.
Susan, I never said I was that good.
I called your friend, Mrs. Harris. She told me. Herbie has wiped out a pediatrician, an orthopedic surgeon, and 2 interns in the last week alone.
Everybody loves a little glory. $5 a game?
10.
You wanted information, Pete? This is where I started. The greatest minds that ever lived believed like Plato. Only the body dies. The soul is immortal.
Music.
Mozart, the greatest music prodigy that ever lived. He believed he lived in a previous life. And Beethoven, even when he was stone deaf in his later years, maintained that his other self heard the music he was playing. Mussorgsky insisted that he witnessed the witch's Sabbath, in and out-of-body experience. And it goes on and on and on, Pete. On July 8th, 1918, Ernest Hemingway, who was then a 19-year-old reporter in World War I, believed he'd been killed by a mortar shell. In his A Farewell to Arms, he recounted the incident. I saw my soul, or something, come out of my body, like you would pull a silk handkerchief out of a pocket by one corner. It flew around, and then it came back in again, and I wasn't dead anymore. Percy Bysshe Shelley experienced his own death place in a dream, and his wife Mary dreamt the whole of Frankenstein, even before she wrote it. Pythagoras, Toynbee, De Maupassant, Goethe.
Tell me something, Susan, honestly. These experiences, these life-after-death things, are they always good?
No. No, I wish I could say they were, but I can't.
Herbie insists backgammon's an ancient Egyptian game, and he was past Grand Master of it in another life. I think poor Jenny's beginning to believe it.
Well, maybe 2 weeks ago. But Jenny's making a comeback on good old Pharaoh Herbie. See you around, Doc.
Double sixes.
What are you doing to those dice?
I double.
What are you doing to me?
Just trying to get some of my money back.
Listen, it was your idea to up the bet to $100 a game.
Well, like they say, Herbie, I wanted to live a little.
Jenny.
I'm sorry, Herbie. I don't mean to take this out on you.
Hey, how would you like to play another game?
Oh, you have to have something better to do.
Better than playing backgammon when I'm this far ahead? Huh?
Jenny, would you like to talk about something?
I'm just terrible company today. I guess I'm down.
Yeah, you're down. Even with the double-double game, you're still $1,700 down.
Herbie, dear, you are going to have one hard time collecting when you think of where I'm going.
you hurt her?
Is this why I raised you? Is this why I worked so hard to see you here with this young punk?
Hey, you're hurting her.
You dirty little...
Daddy, please don't go away like this. Let me explain to you. You don't know.
Go away. I don't know you no more. You're dead to me. Not dead like your dear mama, whose picture is always here in my heart. But dead like my own mama, who I never even saw. Dead. Come on, let's get that iron moving. You guys on vacation or what? What happened? What's those things? Don't touch them. Get them out. Cover those wires. Hurry, Dora. Billy, hit the high tension line. Cut the power. Give him some air. Give him some air. Let him through. Stand back. Let me come on. I can't hear his heartbeat.
There's no pulse. No respiration. Start CPR.
Will you look at that? 15 minutes ago. Charlie? Hey, Augie. Hey, what's the matter with you two?
Community hospital. Got an electrocution here with cardiac arrest.
Hey, what's going on?
We'll bring him right in.
Me? What kind of crazy stuff is this? I must be dreaming or something. Mary Rose, sweetheart. I didn't mean what I told you. I didn't know you two were in love. Do you hear me? I'm sorry. I ain't dreaming. I'm dead. I'm dead and I wasn't ready. I never had a chance to tell Mary Rose I was sorry.
Joey, my darling husband, it's been so long.
Stella. Stella, baby, is that you?
I've been waiting for you, my darling.
I missed you every day, every hour, every second. I've been terribly lonely, honey.
My little baby, Joseph.
Mama. You're my mama. I know you're my mama. You're so beautiful.
I hardly even got to hold you. Mi bambina.
Stella? Mama? I'm choked up. I'm so happy. Is this... Are we in...
He's not responding, Doctor.
We're going to have to do an escharotomy, Pete. There's too much swelling here to wait.
We're going to hit him again at 400. Everybody back? Clear?
Not yet, Joey. Not yet. Don't be afraid.
Be a good man, little Joey. Give love. Find love, Joey.
Stella, Mama, don't leave me. Please don't leave me again. Please.
I've got pressure. Are you kidding? I don't believe that.
Okay. Take him up to ICU.
Doc, I was dead, you know that? I was dead. And you brought me back. How can that be?
Try not to talk now, Mr. DeMona. You've been through a very traumatic experience.
I was there with them. Stella and Mama. I couldn't have dreamed it. No. I was there. I know I was there.
Dr. Johnson? Dr. Johnson, call the operator.
Well, oh, bring him back alive tenderly. I tell you, I wouldn't have bet my old gym shoes we'd be wheeling him in here.
Dr. Johnson? Dr. Johnson.
Company for you, Mr. Jefferson. You may find you have a lot in common.
And don't forget we have dinner tonight, Pete. Well, Pete, with all due respect, everything you've learned so far about the life-after-death experience could just as easily be explained by hallucination. Drug-induced, trauma-induced, or plain old coincidence.
Come on, Harry. Thousands upon thousands of people all over the world have had experiences so similar in almost every detail, the laws of probability can't even be applied.
Will you pass the...
Pete, we know less than 10% about the function of the brain. Now, are you going to tell me that somewhere in that whole mess of gray matter there can't be some synaptic responses to the death trauma?
The salt?
Synaptic response. All right. But brought upon by the departure of the soul from the body.
Harry, will you please pass me the salt?
Hmm?
The salt, please.
Oh, sure. All right. This soul of yours is nothing more than the activating force in the body. It's like the charge in a battery, and when it's gone, case closed.
Thanks a lot, pal. This is the pepper.
Harry, the soul is a viable entity. I'll grant we've only just touched the surface on proving it, but I'm convinced that each one of us possesses a separate form. The physical and the spiritual.
Does anyone know that I'm here?
Oh, yeah, sure, I'm sorry. Here you go, sweetie. All right. This soul of yours, does it have any substance?
Sugar on halibut?
Exactly. Now, wouldn't you say a substance, even one you can't touch, feel, hear, or smell, but one that can be weighed, is substantial?
What are you getting at?
Dr. Duncan McDougal, right? Let me tell you. The year was 1908 in Boston. He was intrigued by the thought that consciousness could exist in the brain and yet not occupy space. It was conceivable that the soul could have a measurable weight. He constructed a bed that was sensitive to weight losses of up to 0.2 of an ounce. In his experiments, he also allowed for the normal evaporation of body fluids. His experiments showed that at the exact moment of death, the patient's weight dropped by 0.75 of an ounce. He conducted the same experiment on 5 more patients with the same results. There was no medical reason to explain this loss of weight at the exact moment of death unless it was the soul leaving the body.
Pete, I think you're just getting carried away with all this stuff.
Harry, you know, sometimes I just like to say to you...
Wait a second. There's something that I would like to say to both of you. Is that all right?
Of course, Susan.
Is it all right with you?
Sure, Susan, go ahead. You haven't said a thing all evening.
Would one of you please pass the ever-loving salt?
Oh, Oh. Sorry.
Thanks.
At first I thought, like, maybe the shock had done something to my head. Like maybe I dreamed the whole thing.
You ain't gonna find it in there, Doc. It ain't medication they giving him, or me. 'Cause what we telling you ain't no jive, Doc. This man and me, we been there.
Dr. Rosenblum, Dr. Rosenblum. Call 298.
I crossed over. I know I did. I don't remember it the way Jefferson does. But I know I did. I saw Stella over there, and my own mama. And it was very beautiful. Like I could never put into words. Get that big envelope on the table and look inside. I picked my mama out of that whole group of girls. That's the only picture the family had of her. Her sister, my Aunt Lucia, who I had never seen before. She came here from Italy 2 days ago. She brought that picture, and I picked my mama out.
Amazing.
Tell him about the dress.
I told my aunt about the dress I saw my mother in, and I described it to her. She crossed herself and cried. The dress I described was the dress that my mama was buried in.
I saw you cutting on me, Doc. I was floating up there, right above your head. I heard you say, "Come on, Turkey. You're not getting away from me. Come back. Come back." I saw the nurse. She dropped that bowl on the floor. I saw that little light on the bleep machine go flat. I saw it, man. I saw it. And I heard it all.
What else did you see, Mr. Jefferson?
I don't know. Not for sure, anyway. But for a little while, I was where he was. Whatever else happens for the rest of the time I gotta spend in this world, I'm gonna spend it trying to get back to him.
Looks like you have some visitors, Mr. DeMona.
Hi. Oh, Daddy.
It's all right. You know, Doc, I'm more than 30 years old, and there ain't one human soul cares that I'm still here. I've been a bad dude, Doc. Real bad dude. I'm gonna change that. I really am.
I'll come back, Mr. Jefferson. We'll talk.
Yeah, Doc. You come back. Real soon, you hear?
I'll only be a few minutes out, but just long enough to pick up the bags. Call the plant. Tell them I'll be there in 20 minutes or so.
Yes, sir.
Palmer 1 to Palmer base. Come back.
How are you, Tommy? Everything okay?
Who's asking?
Your father. You've forgotten I am your father.
Well, that wouldn't be hard to do, Father. I saw more of the TV repairmen growing up than I ever saw of you. But what do you care about anybody but yourself anyway?
What is it, Tommy? Your mother?
Go on up and see for yourself.
I haven't got time to stand here and argue with you, son. I got a board meeting this afternoon, a plane to catch for San Antonio.
Yeah, you never had time. Not now, not ever. Why don't you just go and leave us alone? Who needs you?
What's the matter with that boy? I understand the changes. I remember when my coming home from the trip was an occasion for him.
He's growing up, George. Carolyn's growing up. I'm just growing old. But I'm much happier now that you're home. We can spend some time together, just us.
Linda, I'm not staying. I have a plane to catch for San Antonio this afternoon. I don't know how long I'll be gone.
You're leaving me, aren't you, George? They're not coming back. I know. I've known for a long time.
Linda, you're not well. You're ill, perhaps very ill. I'll have my secretary make an appointment with Dr. Garvey for you.
Don't need a doctor. There's nothing wrong with me. Why are you always so critical? You don't think I can do anything right.
Linda, please, I'll be late for my board meeting.
I don't care about your stupid board meeting. Now, you come with me. You'll see that I'm good for something. You'll see. Now, you see, I did that all by myself. Now, the children didn't help me and Wilson didn't help me.
What's it for? What does it mean?
What? It's for Dan Garrett's dinner party. Don't you remember how fussy you've been? Now, you see, I put Dan at the head of the table, just like you said I should, and I didn't put Marvin Little next to Paul Devery because you said they don't get along.
I don't know what to say.
Just say you're proud of me. Just say you like everything I did for Dan Garrett's dinner.
Linda, Dan Garrett's dinner was 3 months ago. Linda, go up to bed, rest, get some sleep. I'm calling the doctor as soon as I get to the office.
Oh, go away. I can't believe a word you say anymore, George. You're a liar and a cheat. Go on, get out. Carolyn? Tommy? Anybody? Doesn't anybody hear me? No more. No more. God, help me. I can't take it anymore.
Who's this, Pete? Should I be jealous?
Did you recognize that photograph?
Vaguely. Who is
Careful,
it?
it's hot.
Oh, okay.
That's Marie Baraduc, at the moment of her death. French photographer Hippolyte Baraduc and his wife Marie made a promise to each other. They promised faithfully that whichever one died first, the survivor would try to take a photograph of the other at the exact moment of death.
Wow. You're really getting into this.
Some of the facts are intriguing, but I don't know that I'm any closer to real answers.
You will, because you want to deeply. Who's this?
It's Dr. Ben Harris. He's the one who turned me on to medicine. When I was growing up, I'd hang around his office. Do anything for him. He used to say we were partners. He had this big wad of bills, and he'd let me hold them every time he wanted to give me a shot or examine me. I never did get to keep the money. He was a really fine doctor. Nobody could show him up. There's a lot of him and Harry.
I think there's a lot of him and Pete.
I'd be better off if there was less. I don't know what to believe anymore. Do I go along with Harry, who insists all ends in nothing? Or do I go along with you and believe that nothing ends?
What do you want?
I want answers.
You've got answers. Answers from Lane Westcott, Levi Jefferson, Damona.
There could be all kinds of reasons for what happened to those people. Simple, logical explanations.
Have you found any?
You really do believe there's something beyond all this, don't you?
If I didn't, I wouldn't be able to help my patients prepare themselves.
What is it, Susan? What makes you so sure?
Faith. Keep looking, Pete. You'll find it, too.
Dr. Schoenfeld, emergency room staff.
Anthony, I got a message you were kind of low.
Oh, I just guess that's something you have to go through.
What happened to Herbie? Did you clean him up?
Well, I got him down to where I'm minus $223. Susan tells me that you're worried about death, too, aren't you, Pete?
Well, my interest isn't quite the same as yours, Jenny.
Do you think there's something out there? Something maybe better?
Something like that. I'm not quite sure, not yet. How about you?
I don't know, Pete. I've just had it very bad these past few weeks. Of course, Susan said it would happen. First, I didn't want to believe that I'm as sick as I am. And then I was angry. I even started making bargains with God. If he'd make me well, I'd be good. Of course, that wasn't very hard. I haven't had much of a chance to be bad.
What are you trying to tell me, Jenny?
I'm scared. I'm scared and lost, and I'm groping around in a bad dream. You want to know how I feel right now, Pete? I feel cheated. After I had all those years, right now. I don't know that I think life's worth living.
Samuel Butler, an English writer, said once, "Is life worth living? That is a question for an embryo, not a man."
I like that.
We're not embryos, Jenny.
Are you telling me that there is a meaning, something to be found through all this?
You bet.
Oh, Pete. Well, I better find my meaning quick.
Got a hunch you will.
Why do you punish yourself constantly?
I like working with flowers, Caroline. Besides, your father likes them.
He's gone, Mother. He's gone. Don't go out. I have to, Mama.
Please, Carolyn, we spend so little time together. Maybe if we could talk, communicate, maybe I wouldn't have these nervous attacks.
You don't need me. You don't need anybody. As long as you have your pills.
Oh, Carolyn. Please, Carolyn, don't go out.
Mama, stop it.
Tommy, I'm all right. I'm all right. It's just something I need for my nerves, but I'm all right. Really,
You're
I am.
not, Mom. You're sick. Look at yourself.
Tommy.
Can't you see what these lousy pills are doing to you?
Tommy, be quiet. Leave me alone. I don't need any of you. I don't need any of you. Tommy, I didn't mean that. Don't go away. I need you. Somebody? Somebody? They don't need me. They've all gone. Everybody's gone. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, please. I'm so tired.
Mom? Mom? Mom?
Sleep now.
Angelo! 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 Quick! In the den, the phone! Call the emergency squad!
She's gonna pull through, isn't she? I mean,
I got her in time, didn't I?
Is she on anything? You know what I mean?
What do you mean, on anything? This is my mother you're talking about.
Hey, I'm a medic, not a judge, all right? I've got to know what she's taken.
Down. I don't know what else.
Look, you better call the crash room. Looks like we got an OD. Possibly barbiturates, quaaludes, maybe. Tell them we're losing her pulse. We don't have much time.
This is Community Aid to Community. I'm back.
This is Community Health.
Stay away from her.
Carolyn?
Wait.
I didn't want you to miss Mommy.
Color, Harry. What's the pressure?
40/0.
What's the EKG monitor look like? We got a pattern going across there?
I don't see any.
Well, let's pump some fluids. What about the blood?
It's being matched and typed.
Get the dopamine drip going 60 drops a minute. Harry, you hear breath sound first.
I've got 180 set up already.
I need an Argyle 28. What you look like now?
Get me out. It's hell.
Just take it easy. We're here to help you.
Please get me out. Oh, it's too horrible. Please, they're trying to drag me back. Oh, God, I'm so sorry.
There's nothing yet. She's still in the emergency room.
When I called San Antonio, Dad wasn't at the hotel, so I left word. Tommy, what are we gonna do?
There's nothing we can do except wait.
Harry, look at her fingertips and her ears. We got her back.
Very pretty pink. Very beautiful. Everybody think pink.
Well, somebody hold the elevator. Let's get her on a gurney and wheel her out of here.
You got it.
Well, the worst part's over. She'll be pretty sick for a while, but she'll make it. Is your mother a religious person?
No, none of us are very religious.
Dr. Thomas, pediatric stat.
How did you get yellow stairs? Is that the house of gold?
I guess.
Doesn't it break your heart, Pete?
I don't know how she does it.
She brought me down here one day when I was really feeling sorry for little old me. Never said a word. Just got me interested in playing games with those little tots.
When'd you find out?
When she was pushing me back to my room, she told me every single one of those precious little children was dying. I don't think I've gotten over being choked up about it yet.
Neither have I, Jenny. Neither have I.
One thing, I'm not sorry for me anymore, Pete. I'm a lot of other things, but sorry for me, oh no. Not after learning about these little kids. At least, I had the years.
She's so easy to be cynical and bitter, Jenny. Sometimes I wonder if there's any rhyme or reason to anything. Looking at these youngsters, if there's any justice at all.
Is there a God, Pete? If there is, how can he let things like that happen? Why do those pretty little flowers have to die when they haven't even had a chance to bloom?
I'm looking for answers myself.
Dr. Rohr, 561. Hi, guys. What are you up to? Making the rounds? Checking on me and the troops?
Well, it's nice to see you up and around so quickly, Mrs. Palmer.
You're the doctor who pulled me through, weren't you?
Well, there were a lot of people involved. We're all very happy and grateful you responded so well.
Maybe when you have a few minutes, maybe you could come and see me, Doctor. There are an awful lot of things I don't understand.
Mrs. Palmer has some visitors. Some very anxious visitors.
That just makes me so mad. All those children in there condemned to die. And they know how precious life is, just like me. And that's what. She tries to throw it away just like it's so much garbage.
Jenny, we have no way of knowing what drove her to such desperate measures.
A society woman, a family, a rich husband. What else could she want out of life? Well, this completes my day. Here comes our local friendly atheist.
I heard that, Jenny. Somebody has to maintain the bah humbug tradition.
You see, with him is hope infernal. He has all the promise of a rock.
Oh.
Susan, will you come for lunch with me? I want to talk.
Sure.
Okay, here you go, Jenny.
Well, I was kind of hoping you could come and have lunch with me while I went to the bank. I see that's out. So, how about din tonight?
Dinner? Tonight?
Tonight.
Alone?
Alone.
Just the two of us?
Well, I don't need a brick wall to fall on. Just the two of us.
Oh, I'd love to.
Good.
Bye-bye. See you tonight.
Well, Doctor, ta-ta, and as they say.
Use all those products they advertise on TV. Oh, well.
Thanks, Herbie. I'll take it from here.
Sure you'll be all right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mama.
For what?
Will you forgive me?
There's nothing to forgive.
No. I was selfish and rotten. You were calling for attention. I didn't listen. I guess I didn't want to listen.
Stop it. I love you.
I love you.
And Tommy, you saved me.
I just pulled you out of the pool, Mom.
No, you saved me. You and Carolyn.
Even your father, in a way. Although I don't suppose I'll ever be able to tell you how.
Hey, I feel like a Coke. What about you?
Sure. Hey, we'll be back. We love you, Mom.
I know.
You gave me a terrible scare, sweetheart. I thought I'd lost you.
George, do you still love me?
I'd forgotten how much.
You do know I still have a problem.
We are going to solve that problem. Together. Okay?
Dr. Mayer. Dr. Mayer, code
Wait,
red.
just a moment, please.
Code
Hey,
red.
Dr. Harry.
Well, Marcus, leaving us so soon?
Got a sister upstate. I'll be staying with her for a little bit. See if I can get my act together. And where's Dr. Pete?
Oh, he went downtown to the bank. I guess he has some business there. I don't expect him back till about 2:30.
Ah, bad news. He's my man, you know. I just wanted to thank him one more time. He saved something more than just my miserable life, you know. But I'll be talking to him as soon as I get back, for sure.
Well, I'll tell him. You take care of yourself.
Stay cool, too. God bless you, man. Oh, say, Doc.
Weird well.
Chief Marine attack command. West Freeway exit, 3rd Street off-ramp. Be closed soon as possible. Need traffic control. Northbound off-ramp.
Harry, what's going on?
We got a big one. It's the Graham Coker chemical plant. Lots of fires and explosions.
Isn't that the place they installed the atomic reactor?
Yeah, that's right. Now listen, you try and get Pete on the beeper. I don't have time to wait for him. They got a big emergency out there.
Right.
All cars switch to Tactical 2 channel. Graham Coker Chemical Company. Snorkel on way.
Dispatcher to Chief number 3. Roger, Chief number 3. General alarm call 1506. Contingency evacuation plan Able Charlie is in effect.
Oh, boy.
Here we go, Harry.
Where you going? Doctor with the emergency team. Let me through. Go ahead, Doc. We need ladder 3 over this way. Ladder 3.
Bad news, Pete. There's some new kind of poisonous gas loose in there, and Harry's run in after to find some guy.
Harry?
Trace chemical is automatically inserted into the system in case of leaks. The gas comes out like yellow froth.
But it kills on contact with the skin.
You guys go on, I'll be right out.
Everybody out?
friend. We got to get out of here. I want you to follow me. Stay real close, okay? Well, look, I know you're grateful. I understand that, but we got to go. Now, come on.
It's dead. We haven't had any life signs for over 5 minutes. We're not giving up. Not this way.
Hey, what is this? Hey, where did you go? Hey! What's going on?
Pulse. It's not much, but it's a pulse.
Oh, my God, what have I done? What have I done?
Hi, Susan. How are you?
Hi, Margaret.
All right.
Still nothing, huh?
It's been over a week now, and he still hasn't said a word to me. He just looks right through me.
Don't feel too bad. I've been getting the same thing.
There's nothing wrong with Harry, is there? I mean, physically? With his hearing or his comprehension?
There was, I tell you.
Then why has he shut us out? We're his friends, Pete.
Finding out you're wrong, I mean very, very wrong, about something basic to your fundamental principles can be a devastating blow. Come on, let's go.
No, I think it would be better if you talked to Harry alone. Besides, I gotta get back. Jenny's waiting for me.
I've been so busy these past couple of days, I haven't been by to see her. Would you tell her for me, please? Just tell her that I promise I'll stop by today. And if not today, tomorrow for sure.
I think you better make it today, Pete. Jenny's dying.
Harry, you've been hiding out for over a week now. Okay, I respected that. I didn't press you. I figured when you were ready to talk, you would. Look, what's with this silent treatment? We're better friends than that.
Leave me alone, Pete.
No way. What happened to you?
Nothing happened to me. I just don't want to talk about it, that's all.
You died, Harry. You were dead and gone for almost 9 minutes.
That's ridiculous. You know it is. The brain can't last that long without blood.
We doctors know a lot, don't we? It's what we don't know that worries me. What about you?
You remember that old friend and mentor of yours, Dr. Harris? You had a picture of him in your apartment there near the sofa, just his head. Did you have a full-length picture of him anywhere that I might have seen?
No. Only picture of him I have.
Then why is it that I know that he had a rip in his lower vest pocket and that the cover on his old railroad watch was sprung, and then he had a mole on the web of his right hand?
You saw Ben Harris?
Yeah, I saw him. What about all those people I've destroyed with my cynicism, and those souls that I've robbed of their spiritual inheritance?
I can't begin to guess the meaning of all the mysteries in this book. One thing I know for sure. The future gives us all a chance to change.
I don't think I can change, Pete. I just don't.
Oh, yes, you can. Harry, I'll bet on it. Because beyond all else, you're a doctor.
dedicated to helping people with all your skill and knowledge.
No time like right now to start.
Hey, where are you taking me?
The launching
What are you
pad.
doing?
Hang on tight, old buddy. Time's a wasting.
Oh, Susan. You know, there's not much more time left.
I won't ask any foolish questions.
It's not happiness. It's a still calm. It's a true peace. And it's interruptions. That coward's voice within just interrupts and interrupts.
I was wrong, Jenny. There is more. A lot more.
Harry's been there. I think he's found some of the answers you've been looking for. That we've all been looking for.
Dr. Ferrari? Dr. Ferrari, emergency room.
That's your code, Pete.
Dr. Ferrari? Dr. Ferrari, emergency room.
Goodbye, Jenny. For a little while. I'm leaving you in good hands.
Beautiful. Well, why'd you bring me back?
Scared and lost and groping around in a...
Don't be afraid to learn something new.
I crossed over, and it was very beautiful.
Please get me out. Oh, it's too horrible.
You're a good doctor. Keep looking, Pete. You'll find
Dead.
it.
And you brought me back.
Prepared to live. If you aren't
The
prepared...
greatest minds that ever lived believed like Plato. Only the body dies. The soul is immortal.